Tuberculosis is a global crisis infecting over 1/3 of the world's population. It can happen anywhere and to anyone. In 2015 alone, 10.4 million people around the world became sick with tuberculosis, and 1.8 million people died from it. In the United States, almost 10,000 tuberculosis cases were reported in 2015. In California, Texas, Georgia, New York, New Jersey, Alaska, and Hawaii, prevalence exceeded 3 cases per 100,000 people. Tuberculosis is an infectious airborne disease caused by the bacterium Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It causes a variety of symptoms from fever to chest pain and chronic cough. It is partly preventable by vaccine. According to the CDC, tuberculosis is both treatable and curable, but only if people get the proper treatment. However, multi-drug resistant tuberculosis is harder to treat. So, what is multi-drug resistant tuberculosis? MTR-TB is characterized by the resistance to the 2 most common tuberculosis drugs, rifampicin and isoniazid. So, what are the issues with MDR-TB? Well, the cost of treatment is tremendous. It takes a long time, it is very expensive, and it can have long-lasting side effects. The FDA has advised restricting the use of fluoroquinolone antibiotics even though they are one of the only treatment methods for MDR-TB, leading to potential inhibition of the central nervous system, disruption of mitochondrial function, and cell death. MDR-TB can take a significant economic toll, with direct costs averaging $482,000. Productivity loss experienced by patients undergoing treatment raises costs even more. So, who should care about this disease? Stakeholders should be very concerned with the overall impact this disease can have on its employees due to rapid transmission of the resistant form. For example, meet Bob. Bob got infected with MDR-TB. He went to work one day and infected many of his coworkers. Now, they all need to stay home to receive treatment, leading to a halt in productivity and major financial losses across your company.
So how are we currently protecting ourselves from these ill effects? Multi-drug resistant tuberculosis is both curable and treatable. Those countries with the right resources can easily ensure their biosecurity with regulatory mechanisms. Also, the World Health Organization is constantly developing and adjusting containment measures, including innovation in treatment such as shorter treatment regimens and surgical interventions. These developments and advancements, for some countries, are certainly indicative of a bright future in addressing multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. For others, however, they are not as helpful because these countries are low income and suffering from high prevalence, meaning that they do not have the funding and resources to help themselves eradicate multi-drug resistant tuberculosis, which is a large biorisk for everyone. So what can we do to bring awareness to multi-drug resistant tuberculosis? According to the World Health Organization, more than half of the new cases of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis are occurring in people who have not previously been affected by the disease. Take India, for example. This country consists of high patient loads, weak healthcare systems, and as a result, potentially high numbers of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis cases. The disease is becoming a global public health problem and more needs to be done. So what are some recommendations, you ask? Well, we propose an ongoing development of infection control policies and strategies to combat these challenges. Some measures that need to be taken include reducing the length of inpatient care as a means to prevent transmission of the disease in hospitals. We also hope to create more innovative methods for rapid diagnosis of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. One such example of this is the use of cough surveillances that can analyze the conditions of patients. Having the appropriate tools for early disease management can result in future preventive transmission procedures. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our presentation about multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. We hope that this has been educational and that you enjoyed it, and that this will help you in the future to understand the fight.
created using Powtoon.